Hello everyone! Welcome to episode 53 of my Let's Build series. It's so lovely to see you all. Today we are back in the Sandcastle village once again, and last episode you all voted on what we wanted to actually do to this village to sort of finish it off. So it's very close, but there are some obvious things missing. Like a floor and a ceiling and a roof and furniture and occupants. So, last episode, you all were allowed to vote if we wanted villagers or no villagers. Either way, we were going to decorate, just the presence of villagers means that we have to decorate a little bit differently. You all decided that we did indeed want to have villagers here. So, the next step for me is preparing for them. Number one thing is going to be their safety. Obviously, right now, there can't be villagers here. This is not spawn-proof. These are really the only lights that we have around, and I don't want to really torch spam things, so hidden lighting skills are gonna have to improve significantly. But luckily, I have tons of sea lanterns. Oh, and I think we also have some end rods. So we have options. The main thing I'm going to do, I think, is something that's fairly obvious, but I mean just breaking under here, putting in a little sea lantern like so that it's hidden, not super hidden, but you know, better than nothing in a lot of these little areas, and that should take care of a lot of the lighting. The rest of it, I think we may be able to put up some more street lights and tuck some under the grass, maybe in carpets or trapdoors, or along the path in different ways. I'm hoping spawning in this area isn't going to be too bad anyways, just due to the fact that we do actually have a mob farm directly under this. I know I've mentioned that like a million times now, but we've had so many new people coming to the channel, I feel like I just need to keep bringing it up, just in case. So having that spawner under there means that most of the mobs do spawn in that dark space down there and not actually around here. We still do have to be safe though, just in case. I don't want to have to keep getting villagers and having them be killed. That would just be cruel. Okay, so I've got a whole bunch of sea lanterns in place under most of the bushes now at this point. But before I continue and safety proof the rest of it, I actually want to go ahead and add in the ceilings and the floors to each of these structures, because I'm actually going to heal a villager to get here instead of traveling one. I think healing a zombie villager would be so fun. I haven't done it in like a really long time, so I want to try it. And I also think it's probably just the easiest way to get villagers, right? We only need 2, so I should be able to pull off healing it. Actually, maybe I should go and get the supplies for that now. How do you make a weakness potion again? So it looks like a potion of weakness is simply a fermented spider eye. So this should do the trick, but we will also need some gunpowder because we've got to be able to splash it onto our zombie. Now the other thing I need, of course, is a golden apple. I find it hard to believe I don't have any apples. Oh, I do. Perfect. Actually, maybe I have a golden one already. Oh look, I do. I have 1 golden apple, so that means I only need 1 other one. We're only going to create 2 villagers. I'm hoping they'll just be able to make some babies after that. Look, I've got the perfect amount of gold as well. Brilliant. And our potion of weakness is ready. Just got to make it splashable. Alright, night has fallen. The supplies are ready. Hopefully we get some spawns over there. Zombie number 1, you are not what I'm looking for. Creeper, oh dear. Alright, looks like we got that one. I don't want to get this place blown up. I just need a zombie villager. I think this is going to be our best spot to find one. Beep. I need to have good aim. Oh, I see one. Oh my goodness. This is stressful. Goodness, I haven't done this in forever. Oh, I'm already panicking. I'm already panicking. Okay, stay there, buddy. I need you to stay there. Thank you. Please, 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 please. Come on in. Yes. Oh, I did it. I trapped it. That was way too easy. Alright, I'm gonna throw the splash potion onto the villager. There you go. I did it! I did it! Okay. This should be completely safe now. So, all I'm gonna do is block up these corners, just in case, and block this off. And you work on converting in there. Now we just need one more. Was that weirdly easy? I feel like it might have been. Hello, zombies. I don't want anything to do with you. There are certainly a lot of creepers spawning. I'm gonna need to be really careful around here if I want to actually keep this village safe. My bush lights are doing really well in the central area, minus the roofs, but we definitely need more backup in terms of lighting around here. We're getting a lot more spawns than I thought we would. Look! I got the advancement! That means we now have a villager! Oh, I'm so excited! Zombie doctor. We can then cure a zombie. Oh, yes. Okay. So, now that I know I've been successful, all I need is the second one, and it should be pretty easy. I just have to wait for the spawn. That's kind of the hard part, and I'm trying really hard not to get blown up by creepers. Oh, ouch! After quite a lot of work, I finally have 2 villagers. I cannot even describe how long this took me. I don't know why it took so long, it just did. I could not get a second zombie villager to spawn. I had everything ready, just wasn't happening. But finally, after about 4 hours, we got the second one. So now we can finally go ahead and finish up the decorating, the lighting, and everything else that we need to do on this island, and be fully assured that we have our villagers ready to go. So I've gathered up a couple of supplies that we may need, things that I want around the area. I'm only going to be placing things for the jobs that I actually want, so I'm not going to place like all of the job stations, like smokers and stuff like that. Only things that I actually think we'll need. Like, for example, over in this room right here, I've started out by placing like a little library or bookshop type area. There's still a few things that I want to do in here, but that's sort of a start. And by the way, I do know the looms are going to create jobs. I may actually only do 1 loom in here. That way they should be able to reach this one and act like it's a job. I think so. That way we'll only have 1 of those shepherd type jobs, because I don't want too many of those. Then in houses like this, we now have a ceiling, which also has lighting. Let me actually really quickly show you what I actually did up here for lighting. So as you know, before, the tops of these roofs were very, very spawnable, but now you can see that each of them I've added sea lanterns to. These sea lanterns do show through, but when we're walking around, it's really not noticeable, and this makes it so the roof is lit up without a torch, and it lights up the inside at the same time, which I think is quite convenient. I think the first thing that I would like to do is actually work on a little cartography room. I want this room to be, hang on, where is this? There we go, and a buried treasure map. I want this room to be over here by our docks. I think this is a good spot for it. I've also gone ahead and placed a barrel so that we have 1 fisherman. This is the thing about this village being functional instead of aesthetic. It means that we can't place barrels everywhere for decoration, because that would create a whole bunch of fishermen. So we've got to have 1 barrel for 1 fisherman and 1 cartography table, not a whole bunch. That way we don't get too many. Alright, and I think maybe over here I'll place this map on the wall. There we go. So it looks like a buried treasure map as you come in through. And then maybe we can also do a little desk right here where the map person can sit and work, and the villager can still come up here and get access to the cartography table if they need to. What else can we place in here that can be functional? I don't want to place too many beds because I don't want them to be breeding like crazy. I'm not sure how many we need exactly. I think I'll leave it for now. Maybe we can, however, place a bookshelf and a crafting bench just to fill up the inside a little bit more. Crafting bench and bookshelf. Oh, and maybe a cute little flower pot for the desk would fill up things nicely. Let's see, I brought over a whole bunch. Yes, perfect. And I'll just grab my flower boxes here, and let's do a pink tulip. Oop. Hello, Enderman. Gosh, these Endermans are walking away with all of my sand. Where'd he go? Do you see this? They keep messing up my beach. What the heck? So rude. Alright, so a flower right on the desk. That's perfect. I think this is basically what I want for these rooms. Just a little something, nothing too complicated, just to add a little bit of charm on the inside and make a little bit of sense. Over in this area over here, I've created a little bit of a farm of sorts. So these are not really like official farms for the area. Obviously, we don't actually need farms, but the villagers really do like farming, and I would like to have a couple of composters. And we're not going to be building our palm trees out of composters because that would make a whole lot of farmers, and I just don't need that many. But I think in little areas like this, maybe I can grab my bucket real quick and we just create a couple little farming areas so that the villagers have something to do and work at. Let me just tuck that. Ooh, is that going to create problems and flow? I don't want to create any problems, but hey, there's my mob spawner if you guys were wondering. Okay, let's move it over here instead. Perfect, and I'll just till up a little bit of this soil and we'll place some seeds. I'll get some more seeds a little bit later on, and we will also have a little composter, maybe right about there. In this house, I'm sort of just going for that kind of regular Minecraft house type feel in here, just a bed, a crafting table, a furnace, just make it look like it could possibly be lived in. Maybe I'll also do some paintings on the walls, that could be cute. Let me see if I have any wool. Perfect, a couple of lovely paintings. Oh, and it is getting dark, and I do not want phantoms to spawn after spending so many nights getting a zombie villager, so I'm gonna quickly sleep. I would like a painting right there. Perfect! Oh, it's lovely! Yes, that fills up the wall so much better without taking away from the space. I quite like it. Maybe we can also set up a little table and chairs. Maybe? Does that fill up the space too much? I don't think so. I think it's perfect. This space over here is one that is a little bit on the awkward side, but I think with a little flower pot in there, and we've got this lectern for our villager to work at. I want to have a couple of these so that we get a couple of those librarian workers. I think that would be fantastic for us. But this space is super tiny, so I don't want to fill it up too much. I think maybe just a little chair in the corner right here would probably do the trick. This is an odd shaped house. This house right here is not complete at all yet, so I need to go ahead on the inside and finish up that little piece of flooring. Perfect. And then also place in a bed. Maybe I'll put the bed in the middle on this one, and a crafting table on one side. Maybe a bookshelf on the other could be nice with a flower pot on it. Here we are, a bookshelf. Maybe a little carpet for this corner as you come in, just to fill things up, and I'll grab a little flower pot and a lily. Oh, that's lovely. And maybe a painting for this one too. Oh, I actually kind of like the size of that painting, but I don't like that it's uneven. I'm a bit picky. There we go, that's a cute one, but I don't want these patterns. I want to try to get back to that other one. There. Perfect, it matches all of the lovely blues. So this room in here is one that I've decided is going to be for the librarian. Once again, this is our bookstore. I think maybe we could have a chandelier hanging down there, perhaps. That could be lovely, although maybe we'll want birch fence. That could be an idea. And perhaps some tables along here. Could be nice, just some more tables with some books and different things on them, and maybe a lovely little carpet on the floor for this one as well, just to fill up the room a little bit. Again, I'm not going to put too many beds, so there will be no bed in here. That's probably good enough. This house here is a bit of an odd one on the inside, and I accidentally forgot to do the flooring in here, so I'm going to quickly go ahead and do that. Just a simple replacement of all of this lovely flooring with some birchwood. Now, I'm not exactly sure what to do with the interior of this room. It appears we have a lovely spot for a bedroom right there. Maybe I can section it off with some trapdoors and create a little area for the brewing stand and the cleric in that house. I love using trapdoors like this as sort of a wall divide. I don't want them to divide off the whole room. I just want it to be a little bit more private over here for, of course, that bedroom. And now all we need to do, maybe a little table and a chair going into that, and a brewing stand on a table as well. Maybe the table can go right there. Or maybe, I wonder, can we put it on scaffold? Like if I do a little table like so and put a brewing stand there. Hey, that's actually pretty nice. I like that. Alright, this seems like it would be a wonderful little house for our cleric. Perfect. I love it. This house in here is one that is a tiny bit tricky because this is the one that leads to our underwater tunnel, so this is more functional for me getting back and forth the palace. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it. It has a market stall attached to it. Maybe it could be just sort of like a little storage room for the villagers perhaps. So maybe I'll put a couple of crates in here maybe, or like chests so I could store stuff as I'm going back and forth. That could make sense, I think. I just had a thought as well. What if outside of this house here where we have the brewing stand, what if we have a little bit of netherwort growing around here? Just as a little added detail. I think that would be really nice. And maybe even we can have it on the inside in spots. Well, maybe not on the inside, but we can definitely do a little bit more on the outside, just so it makes a little bit more sense. There we go. That's a lovely little touch. Alright, and on the inside over here, I'll just put a couple of these, like some crates stacked up, and then maybe like a table right there, and a flower pot. Yeah, I think that is very, very simple, but it does the trick for sure. And I need to get some flowers to go in all of these flower pots that I've been placing around. Okay, these houses are all looking wonderfully functional now. The last thing I need to do is make sure that everything is perfectly safe for my villagers. So I want to go ahead and add even more hidden lighting below bushes. As you can see, I've added quite a lot of it, even in areas like this where it's tucked away. It's definitely not super noticeable, but we need a lot more because this area is not safe at all, especially the beaches. I'm thinking maybe along the beaches we could do some torches, maybe on some of those new wall blocks, like the prismarine walls, for example, are just beautiful. So I think that could work out very, very well along with some maybe birch fencing. Let me just try out that design because I don't want it all to be hidden, you know? Some of it can be a little bit more obvious, so maybe like some torches like this, whoops, like that. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not the best, but it's definitely not horrible. Maybe end rods would be better for that. Let me test it out with end rods as well. End rods definitely add that cleaner effect for sure, but they don't have quite the same, maybe without, whoops, maybe just like that? Does that look alright as a little light? I know it looks a tiny bit silly, but you know, I think I kind of like the torch a little bit better in this case. It just has a cleaner effect in my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to be placing a few of these along the beach in the areas along the path, and then the rest will all be hidden lighting, so it's not too important anyways. Alright, I've been lighting things up for about the last 15 minutes, and it's coming along for sure, but there's a lot more to do, and I'm excited that it's nighttime because I definitely would like to be able to visualize it better instead of just constantly looking for the number 7 on my F3 menu. This should be a little bit easier, but look, everything is pretty well lit up at this point. This is a really dark spot right here though. Oh my goodness, what happened? Oh well, this is an easy one to fix. There we go. I want to especially make sure there's nothing near any of these buildings that needs attention. That would be bad because this is where the villagers are going to be running to for safety. Alright, so I ran out of sea lanterns, but don't worry, I went and got some more real quick. This is turning out to be quite the project. I didn't think it was so hard to light up things. Turns out, not an easy task to get every ounce of this island to be completely safe for villagers. I mean, yeah, not easy. Not easy at all. But it's going well so far, and I think I've covered a good majority of it. Oh, I just saw something very ugly as I turned that corner. there we go. That fixes that. I think on that dock area, I am going to take advantage of some end rods and use those. I'm hoping I'll make it safe enough. I'll definitely spend a couple nights here defending them and getting the last few spots, just so that I'm extra super sure. But right now, I'm feeling good that I got the vast majority covered. I mean, it looks good, right? Right? Gosh, I hope so. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead now and release my villagers. I want to see what they do, how they adjust to the new village, and see if I can make any adjustments just to make them a little bit more comfortable. Hey, buddy. Hello, hello. Oh, look, that guy got a job right away. Is this guy gonna get a job? There you go, buddy. Walk in, walk in. Oh, there we go, a librarian. Perfect. We have a librarian and a cleric. Awesome. Hey, it looks like the cleric found a home in here. Hey, buddy. Oh, you trying to get to the bed? Sorry, the bed's this way. It's this way. You have to go around the divider that I made. Hey, look, you could trade. Oh, and look, it's on sale as well. Why is that, I wonder? Is that because I've been defending you every night? Maybe. Let me get some emeralds with that rotten flesh. That's gonna be so useful to have that trade because, of course, we have this. That's so fun. Okay, come here, cleric. I have a special thing for you. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I can get this guy leveled up right now. I did it! I think I did it! Oh, okay, it's not worth the aesthetic if it's going to be bothering you that much. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Is that better? Buddy, you just walk a little bit to the side. There you are. There's your bed. You did it. Now what have you got? Alright, 1 gold for 1 emerald. That's actually not bad if you're not using a lot of gold and you want to get rid of it. The other trades, however, are pretty useless. I think I'm going to be using this trade a lot on you, buddy. Perfect. Let's see what our librarian has gotten up to. Librarian? Ah, yes, perfect. Right in here. This is your new home? Curse of Vanishing? Really, dude? Really? Okay. I don't need Curse of Vanishing, but we do have a paper farm going, so we can get some more emeralds from this guy if we ever need to. Where is that spider? Oh, maybe that was down below, actually. I'm gonna be really nervous about this area because of that mob spawner down there. I can't tell if the mob is below ground in the mob spawner or if it's above ground, but I think in that case it was below ground. Oh boy. Okay, so I need those two to find each other and hopefully they will decide to mate. I really need them to. I might need to throw some food at them though, so maybe I'll do that. I don't remember exactly how the new villagers actually function. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just chuck some bread and some seeds into each of their inventory. Hopefully that'll help them out since we don't have a farmer yet to really do anything for them. I think they're making friends. Oh, they are! They're throwing bread back and forth. Yes! Yes! Be friends! Oh, the bread! The bread! Right, okay, I'll just be over here. Just gonna clean up my mess real fast. Oh, that's so cute. What are we gonna name them? We need names for our first 2 inhabitants, guys. Suggestions down in the comments. Goodness, they're really intense with that bread. Maybe this means they need more? They might need more. Okay, maybe I'll go get them some more bread. Oh, it looks like the sun is setting as well. Okay, so, oh, here you go. Do you want some more bread? Do you want some more? Oh, hey, don't walk away from me. Goodness. Oh, you're gonna go to sleep. Okay, perfect. Oh no, does this guy want to sleep on the beds? Oh dear, buddy. Okay, so because we chose to not go for fully aesthetic and to instead go for villagers, we may actually have to change our umbrellas back to being carpet because I do not want my villagers to stay out all night due to those beds. That would be very, very bad. Not interested in that, not even a tiny bit. So I'm gonna do that right now, because that's not good. It's a good thing I was watching them, because we gotta know about these adjustments for sure. Very, very important. The good news is that's far less beds in the village now, so I may go ahead and place these two in a couple of the houses that didn't have any. That house has one. Oh, our librarian's house. You don't actually have a bed, because there's not very much room in here for a bed. Okay, you still are not gonna have a bed. I can quite easily place 2 beds over here, and we can also have a bed in this librarian's room now. Alright, there we go. Back to the much less impressive, but also less harmful beach chairs. Lovely. Now our villagers should be much less confused. You hanging out in here? Hey, it looks like you've got your bed area perfectly figured out. Wonderful. Alright, so now that our villagers are sorted out, I think it's finally time for our comment or question of today. And today's comment or question of the day comes from Andrea, who says, for the umbrella, you could use banners. But I like the bed better, but you could make a cabana and you use white banners. Andrea, thank you so much for the idea. I really like that. I'm not 100% sure exactly what you mean, but I don't really like that we have to use the carpet now. So if we use banners, it could actually look a little bit like if this is like a closed umbrella. You know what I mean? Like if this one's not currently in use, the flaps are down instead of up, like no one's sunbathing here. So that could be one cool way to kind of get around the fact that we currently don't have a lot of options for these. But if you have another way, I could probably do that. Maybe if we had slabs or something, or maybe full blocks we could put around and use banners. But for now, I think having one like that and one like that definitely helps out. So thank you so much for that idea, and to everyone else who's been commenting ideas. I very much appreciate it. Alright, I think I'm gonna stay around here and hang out with my villagers a little bit more, make sure they are nice and safe and comfortable in their new village, and I will end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and for all of your suggestions. I love reading all about what you think about this village and this world. It's so much fun. I hope I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!